Corrib system in the west of Ireland consists of three large limestone lakes, Lough Corrib, Lough Mask, and further north, the smaller Lough Carra. It's here, on this magnificent limestone, marl-bottomed lake, that we begin our autumn or back-end trout fishing. A very different lake to Mask and Corrib. The Carra, as it's commonly known, offers the top-of-the-water angler continuity of fishing after the mayfly hatches of May and June have ended. Here we're concentrating on the early hatch of sedges, various fry and sticklebacks, terrestrials of all shapes and sizes, damselflies, and a selection of late-season chironomids or buzzers. Back-end fishing demands a degree of versatility not seen earlier in the year. The traditional form of fishing at this time has been to dap various terrestrials using traditional bamboo poles, and more recently lighter telescopic fiberglass rods. Virtually any insect which gets blown onto or floats on the surface of the water is capable of being dapped. Roy Pearce, lifelong angler on these lakes, collects his basic ingredient, daddy longlegs, for a day's dapping on Lough Carra. He's joined by his fishing companion and fly tying expert, Paul Duras. The crystal clear waters of this lake present an extra challenge, particularly in bright sunny weather. Roy tackles up to dap his childhood favourite bait, the blue bottle.
This jar is, if you get it right, they can't fly out of it. They have to come out into your hand. Come on, keep going. See him walking along. That's why you use a jar like this.
Over the years, he's perfected the technique of handling this lively bait, ensuring it stays alive whilst on the hook.
Through there, like that. It's still alive. And the other ingredient is the daddy longlegs.
A small daddy longlegs is used to prop up the blue bottle on this occasion and to make the bait more visible. A section of floss is spliced into the dapping line to get his bait further from the drifting boat as the wind drops. The insects must be controlled delicately on the surface of the water in order to keep them alive and not to drown them. The live insects induce a very gentle take. Absolute concentration is required, as takes like this are easily missed. A small fish of about 1 pound. The Carra trout are quite different in coloration from the mask and Corrib trout, almost like sea trout in their appearance. They're perfectly camouflaged to blend in with the marl background.
Oh, good. So we get a good look at these Carra fish in the daylight.
Roy uses the modern-day substitute for grasshoppers, live crickets, bought from the local pet shop. These save a lot of time and effort jumping around the fields after the real thing. These two are a lively bait, and as with the bluebottles, are propped up by a small daddy longlegs.
Okay.
It's always surprising how gently fish can take these relatively large baits.
Take it. Oh.
There's no insect safe from the dapping hook. Here a blue damsel is used in conjunction with the daddy longlegs to simulate damsels mating on the water surface.
You see damsels when they're mating. The other one is a, there's the blue and there's the brown. Blue is the male.
A man of great dapping tradition, the late Willie Howrigan of Galway, insisted that the blue damsel should be hooked twice, once through the head and once through the tail, so that the blue body formed a loop and the fly was less likely to be robbed from the hook by a taking fish.
Ooh, see that?
No bait is too big for this small fish. They're so perfectly camouflaged into their background.
All right. The size of him taking the damsel. Come on, lad. Come on. Till we get you out again. It's one of the few places I've seen trout take blue damsel. Got Carra.
Even in the brightest sunshine, fish continue to take the dapped flies. This fish came to another blue damsel.
Just. Sorry, not myself.
Roy and Paul decide in the heat of the day to give Lough Corrib a rest and to return in the evening for some sedge fishing. They expect to fish a variety of sedge patterns, green peters, and perhaps large morrocks, the Irish name for the great red sedge.
Known as the red arse green peter. And the first thing we do is tie in a bed of silk, olive green, onto a size 8 wet fly hook, but a light gauge wet fly hook. The first thing to tie in is a tag of fluorescent red glow bright floss, which you can double. Just build up quite a chunky, very visible tag. The next thing we'll tie in is fine oval gold rib. And we'll dub just a very small spot of blood red seal's fur just at the back of the fly, just to add to this target point. And then the body dubbing varies quite a bit. In this case it's going to be quite a bright pea green, leaf green type of seal's fur, but these can be tied up very dark as well. The next thing to do is to palm a ginger cock hackle. This is a dyed ginger down the body. A few variations on this. Can be a grizzle cape, dyed olive. Can be red game. This seems to be working at the moment. Again, it's quite a bright fly. Just take our rib through the palmed hackle, down to the head. And the next thing to tie in is the wing in hen pheasant centre tail. Which I'm going to fold. Just bring these sections back together again. Like so. Try and fold it. Once. Then again. So I've got to refer that up to the fly. Once we've reached that stage, you just look at it to see whether it's lined correctly, and it is. And then we put 2 ginger cockhackles at the head. next thing to do is to just build up the head, varnish, and then that's the fly finished. For a top dropper fly, this is top fly of my trip this year, and probably was last year too. Red arse green Peter.